Yeah, we are here at African Youth Forum International uh, Secretariat. We're actually at MBA building at Ikeja, Lagos, Nigeria. And on behalf of African Youth Forum International, we want to address the ongoing protests in South Africa because uh, it is going beyond what we think is tolerable as far as our Pan-Africanism is concerned. So we have brought this letter and we have addressed it to Mr. Ndabandaba, Nkosikhoma, and Jacinta, Nyolese, Zuma. And then also, we are not forgetting the other protesters who have, joined forces with the organizers to register their grievances concerning unemployment in South Africa and other privileges they have been denied, as seems to be emanating from the fact that foreigners are undocumented and some of them are illegal immigrants, and they do not think that it should be done. They should be like that. But that's not the first time we are experiencing that kind of disaffection against African nationals and people from other continents who have come to Africa to settle down for business. So I'm going to speak briefly on the letter we've addressed the protesters, and with me is Barrister Femi Dodo, who is one of the officers at NBA and the Secretary General of the Forum. And my name is Chukwemeka Dini Obodo, the Forum President. Now, to all the leaders of the March to March protests in South Africa, I call on you, corporate choice, Pan-Africanists, and freedom fighters for economic emancipation. I call on you in the spirit of Pan-Africanism. I call on you in the spirit of stronger brotherhood, which we have spoken for, stood for, in all our years of working for African people. I call on you in the spirit of African Renaissance, because over the years, African people have stood their ground to ensure that things are working well. I call on you in the spirit of civil liberty and free market economy, where all of us have voted for, we have desired as a system that will guarantee equal opportunity for everyone. Now, I call on you on the spirit of our forefathers and people of African descent, who are carried away captives, hoping that someday they will return to a country they once cherished. They are scattered over the world, in the Caribbean, in Jamaica, in Costa Rica, in Trinidad and Tobago, in St. Kitts and Nevis. They are in Solomon Islands, in Papua New Guinea. They are scattered all over the world, in the United States. And they desire that the land of their nativity shall be preserved and should never be destroyed by anyone, irrespective of how he feels about an issue. And for the sake of our international business partners and investors who have trusted us, who have confidence in us and have started to invest on the continent, we make this clarion call. We are saying that it is time to end this protest. It is time to end the carnage. It is time to end the killings and hostility against African nationals. It's time to stop the destruction of lives and property of foreign investors who have migrated to Africa to settle down as recommended as a destination point for African offices by foreigners who desire to come to Africa. What I say is that it's time for you to shoot your shot and then take a break. You have fought hard enough and your voices have been heard. He that fights and runs away needs to fight another day. For we cannot destroy in a day what it took our forefathers thousands of years to build. What it took the like of Nelson Mandela the like of Kwame, the time of Mbeki, took them 1,000 years, or it took them 1,000 years to build. We can't destroy it in a day. We cannot destroy in a day what it took the likes of Olusegun Obasanjo, Nigeria, what it took Tafawa Balewa, what it took the Zik of Africa, what it took Robert Mugabe of Zimbabwe, what it took them 1,000 years to build. We cannot destroy what it took the like of Maurice Fayon of Benin Republic, Professor P.O. Lumumba of Congo, and a host of other Pan-Africanists, Julius Malema of South Africa. All they have been fighting for the good of the continent. We cannot destroy it in a day. We cannot destroy the work of Sam Nujoma, of Namibia, who have preached and stood strong for Africa to be united and then to cooperate in our continental affairs. As Pan-Africanists, we believe in civil liberty. And then we also believe in the protection of people's rights. We believe in democracy and we believe in the rule of law. But not to the extent that it will lead to our own self-destruction. To killing our people and wasting of talents, especially our numerous youth scattered all over the continent. Instead of killing them, let the government of South Africa deport them to their home countries. We are saying also, if they are returnees from the Caribbean islands, from Costa Rica, from Jamaica, who have chosen to adopt Africa, like Malawi, like South Africa, like Nigeria, like Angola, and decide to resettle in Africa based on our African Youth Charter boundary of 2006, we are saying that we cannot afford to destroy their dream. Do not kill them. Instead, reroute them to another country where they will be safe. Now we are saying killing in this manner is a violation of African Youth Charter of 2006. It's against international human rights and Geneva Convention, and it's a crime against humanity. To us, this is not what civil activism stands for, because we are nation builders. As advocates, as activists, we are not destroyers, but we are nation builders. And we will say it again and again that we are nation builders and not destroyers. Recall that in the past few weeks, news is all over the places by a team of protesters occupying the streets of South African cities, demanding the protection of illegal and undocumented immigrants. This led to the call of several African nationals back to their country, like Malawi, Zimbabwe, Mozambique, Nigeria, Ghana, and lots of others. In the course of the protest, we saw our fellow Africans killed, we saw shops attacked, we even saw where items in the shops were being looted, and we are not happy about it. It is part of, we are broadcasting from West Africa, and we are saying we are not happy about this. It shouldn't be so. This might seem right at the moment in the face of continued unemployment, which is as high as 30%. But let us tell you that it is higher than 30% in some countries, affecting many citizens. Also, the issue of business and land ownership, which appear to be in favor of foreigners, also we are aware of it. As Pan-Africanists and social advocates, we identify with your concerns and legitimate demands. I will identify with your demand for inclusion in your domestic affairs. However, we advise that it is time to exercise restraint and return success for the following reasons. 1. Most foreign companies that are coming to Africa, they are coming on recommendation by AU, by Afrexim Bank, by multinational corporations, financial corporations, as choosing South Africa as a destination of choice. Is by recommendation. It is not their own making. Therefore, by the time you destroy their investment, you are proving those that recommended them wrong. People like us recommend them, because all of the continent cannot develop at the same pace. So that is like a strategic location in Africa where investors are being advised to go to, so that they will leverage on the external economies to advance their company and then to serve the rest of Africa. We must take note of that. Secondly, all nationals from different African countries